Hey there everyone, I'm Michael, and welcome to my video for LVP Union's hashtag LVP Reflections event. Um, I've been playing Little Big Planet for a very long time. I first played Little Big Planet 1, it's actually hard to remember an exact year, to be honest, but it was definitely before LVP 2 came out. So, a little over a decade at this point. Now, I'm actually a game developer now, as in, like, an actual game developer. I work on Restitched with Trixel Creative, and I work on my own game, Socially Distant. But, I got a lot of my start through Little Big Planet. I started out just making levels in LBP1, just messing around with the create tools. I think that's what a lot of people did. And then when LBP2 came out and its logic system and all that stuff, I started getting into that and making cool things as a kid after school for hours and hours on end, boring my family in the living room because at the time I didn't have a PS3 in my bedroom. And I would just see what I could make, whether it would be something, you know, really trivial for someone like Halston or some of the other Trixel guys to do, or just I wanted to have fun. And then ultimately I got into programming and then, you know, game development, and it all went from there. But in this video I want to take you guys back to some of my old levels that maybe you guys haven't played, because I wasn't exactly the most popular player in LVP. I mean, this level was played apparently 3 times, which is, you know, great. It's got 2 hearts though. And I'd kind of just talk about what it was like for me playing the game back then. So I guess we'll start off with this one. It's a Little Big Planet 2 level, Destroy a City with a UFO v2.0. Okay, so the story behind this is, in LVP1 there was a lot of these levels with, where it was basically this whole destroy a city type thing, whether it be with a UFO or guns or something else. To be honest, this was a level that was copied around a lot, but I made my own spin of it, kind of. So basically what I've... Oh god, okay, hang on. The MCA, it's a thing that exists. Give me a moment here. No, we don't want that. Basically this level takes that LBP1 formula of the destroy a city with UFO and adds LBP2 logic to it. So instead of grabbing onto this with a jetpack, you control it with a controlinator. And you use the left stick to move around, and you can use the X button to fire missiles. And then there's that, which is weird. I don't know what the hell that was. I guess I was trying to do a tractor beam of some sort, but, you know, other than that, it's your bog standard destroy a city level. It's the same copyable template that everyone used, it's just that it has LVP2 logic to it. But this was like one of my first levels where I had actually taken someone else's level and upgraded it with my logic knowledge, and I'll be honest, back then it wasn't nearly as much as it is now with the logic system in the game. I'm familiar enough with LVP logic that if I really wanted to, and I actually have, so I'm not just saying this for the sake of saying this, but I'm familiar with it enough that if I really wanted to, I could actually program it myself to work outside of Little Big Planet. And I have actually done that, and it's a program called AutoLogic Key that is no longer in development. So, yeah. But I don't really see much of a point to continuing on with this level with the UFO, but there are some notable things that this does actually fix compared to the LBP1 versions of these levels. For one, they usually have water at the bottom, and the thing with water is it deactivates your powers in LBP, so if you have a jetpack on, it will dequip that jetpack and you can no longer use it. But if you're in a controlinator, that's not the case. It won't kick you out of the controlinator. So I was actually playing one of the older Destroy a City levels yesterday on this account, and I actually flew into the water and completely forgot that LBP equips whatever power-up you have if you're underwater, and I got stuck, and I had to stop playing the level. But yeah, anyway, I still don't know what this is. One issue, though, is there's no way to actually get out of the UFO once you're in it, so I'm actually gonna have to restart the level to show you the fighter jet controls. Which, to be honest, I don't remember. Okay, so you start off in the jetpack and you have to fly out of the hitbox of the... Wait a minute, that's not even a fighter jet. Okay, wrong level. That just goes to show you that I am visually impaired, because that's not a fighter jet, that's Super Mario. Anyway, we've seen enough of this level. It's your basic Destroy a City, just with LBP logic. So let's move on. I should probably mention that this level is going to be fairly long. But anyway, we have another level. Super Mario Bomb Survival. So, Bomb Survivor levels. Those are also levels that have been mercilessly... Okay, Metal Gear Solid intro? Anyway, these levels have been mercilessly recreated and copied and spread around Little Big Planet, and this was my take on one. It's a Little Big Planet 2 level, and as you can see, it's not really well thought out, because, yeah. That was my way of making this a survival level. Okay, then. What is with the Metal Gear Solid music? What? And what is all this? Okay, I must have thought that all the lighting effects in LBP2 were really cool, because that's what these are. But on a PS5, this looks awful. And even on a PS3 it did. And wait a minute, I can't get past that point. But you know, this is your basic bomb survival level. I know there's subtitles at the bottom, but I don't entirely know what they're saying. I can't read them, so maybe someone in the comments can tell me what they say. I have to apologize. I wasn't kidding earlier when I said I was blind, so I cannot read that. As much as I'd love to, but... You can see that I'm not really doing a good job of, you know, not dying. Or of not surviving, sorry. This level wasn't really well made. I can't get past this point. It's like it's stopping me and I can't see where I'm going because of all the orange lights. I'm racking up a lot of points though. Okay, there we go. Alright, we're good. I'm just gonna let it kill Richie. There we go. Richie is dead and we ended the level. What? What is it with the music? What? It played twice? Anyway, that was Super Mario Bomb Survival. Now, I did read one thing in the description of that level. Wipeout. So we'll see if I can... Okay, this is an adventure. So this was made in LPP3. Back then, I did have a YouTube channel, and I did make videos. And I made Little Big Planet videos for a little while. And this was where I would put levels that I created in those videos. And you can tell that I was a kid because it looks like it was drawn in MS Paint. Anyway, we won't look at that. What I want to find is another level that I have. Okay, that's another Destroy the City. This is the... I think this account actually got hit by... maybe it didn't get hit by North Pole. Okay, LBP2 Plus Starter Kit. I don't know what the hell that is. But we can look at it. Oh, wait, no. This is UFO in a fighter jet. We will ignore that. There's the Wipeout level. Wipeout Summer Edition. Let's play that. Now, to be clear, don't get Wipeout confused with the racing game on PlayStation. This is a different Wipeout. There's this old TV show I used to watch called Wipeout, and I was really young, so I don't really remember it that much, but from what I remember, it was a bunch of, like, extreme sports that people would have to play, and if they didn't get through the sports, they were wiped out. And this is basically that in Little Big Planet, except with way too much neon and not enough level design thought. Case in point. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get out of there. What is this noise? Anyway, I'm not gonna bother reading any of this. And this is... okay, I said I wasn't gonna read any of this, but this is something that I did learn from Little Big Planet. Or from Trixel Creative, actually. Magic mouths in Little Big Planet. One of the worst things you can do is put them on a sequencer. Because it makes Richie sad. Because he has to sit through them, first of all, and second of all, you hit the back button to close them off, and nothing happens. You don't see the next message. So, if you're making a level, make sure that you actually wire the magic mouths into each other in sequence, instead of using a sequencer or something else like that, so that when you press the back button, it's going to trigger the output of the magic mouth, and that's going to go into the next magic mouth and trigger that magic mouth. And then you'll get this sequence of dialogue, instead of it, you know, playing through a timed interval and being less readable that way. Anyway, let's continue on with this level. I don't know what the hell kind of creature this is. And I don't know why it has mechanic noises. Anyway, we gotta bounce on the inconsistently sized and inconsistently sprung, beach balls. Yeah, this is level design 101. No, don't. I believe what happened here is my little sister got a hold of this level at one point, and she messed with it, because at the time we had a shared PS3, and she put glass through all of the beach balls, and I didn't properly delete it. And she did that so that she could cheat and not have to fall in the water. But unfortunately, it didn't work in her favor. Anyway, we gotta bounce up here. And then, good god, what is this? I'm noticing a pattern in my old levels where the freaking checkpoint is always sunk into the level geometry. Don't do that, please. Don't sink that in there. Oh my... even the freaking pedestal thingy or whatever is sunk into the level platforming. Ew. Anyway, this next section, I know exactly what it is. And watch, nope. I was gonna speedrun right through it, but no. There's no challenge to this. You can literally just swim through it. Ah yes, the sucker punch. And apparently in Little Big Planet, suck is a bad word, so it censors it out. That's great. Anyway, this was, in the actual show, there was a bunch of fists that were like, that would spring out of the wall, and you had to get past them before they punch you into water. So this is basically that, but, you know, adapted to Little Big Planet, and very ugly looking. And inconsistent as hell, because that one just falls and then lifts back up, but all the others are like smooth transitions and everything. What the hell? Ah yes, the Shake-a-lator. I don't know what I was thinking when I made this. Oh god. Level Design 101. Though I probably could have swam back onto that platform, I just didn't feel like it. Alright. Freaking do it this time. Yes! Okay. And then... This is... I know exactly what this is gonna do. Note the burn marks, or the burn decal all over the level material, because this was me testing it and forgetting that you can undo and redo in Little Big Planet. So, you flip this switch, and you die, and you end up here. The most useless way to travel ever. There's no way to get through this level with no lives lost. No way. Anyway, grappling hook, I don't know what this is. I just know that it was, an ungodly amount of easy. And that is an excessively overpowered bounce pad. Anyway, we're gonna go down here, and this was another common trope in these Wipeout levels, because I'm not the only one who made these. There were people who made a lot better versions of these levels, and, you know, they always had this section at the end, where in the real show you won like $1 million or something like that, and this is the equivalent of that. This is your reward for not suffering too bad. For not being wiped out. And apparently people have played this? Let's have a look at that scoreboard. People have actually played this. Now, clearly not enough for anyone to actually get below 2nd place, but... And in fact, someone managed to beat me, which is amazing. I sadly don't see any Trixel guys there, but, you know, anyway. Yeah. Oh, man. Did my PS5 actually drop frames there? You have a freaking RDNA 2 GPU and you still struggle to run my levels. Oh my god. Anyway, the last thing that I want to play, if I can find it, is this level right here. Destroy City with Alex Mercer. Okay. So it's another Destroy Your City level, which I guess you expected. But Alex Mercer is a character from another game I used to play as a kid called Prototype. And in fact, just a little break here. Among many other games, I still do play Prototype on PS5, so yeah, anyway, back to Little Big Planet. Love that you can do that with PS5. Anyway, Alex Mercer is the main character in that game, and he has, you know, superhuman capabilities, so he can do things like, he can super sprint, and he can super jump. That was a very graceful super jump. And if he's in midair, he can do whatever the hell he just did, and there's now 2 of them! He multiplied! Okay, that's not something he can actually do in Prototype. And then, you know, there's his useless, claws ability that doesn't actually work. This is very weird. I wonder why it duplicated, but as you can see, I can kind of just abuse Little Big Planet physics for a little bit, and now I'm dead. I guess that's why that button exists, so I can respond. But yeah, I can, like, run through all these buildings, and I'm excessively large, for no apparent reason. But yeah, it's not so much destroying a city as it is dying. Constantly. Over and over. And I still don't know what my obsession with Metal Gear Solid noises was. Okay, great, great, what the hell happened here? I seem to be stuck, oh no. I did not foresee this happening, I don't have access to pop it either, so I actually cannot get out of this. Unless I do that. Oh, come on. And give me a moment here, as I laughed so hard that I lost lost circulation to my brain for a bit, and I am now fully blind. This is freaky. Okay, we're back. That happens from time to time. I love being blind. Anyway, I'm alive, don't worry. If I ended up speaking gibberish there, I apologize, because I actually had a little bit of a blackout for a sec. On video! But I'm back, don't worry. Occasionally if I laugh super hard like that, it happens. But anyway, okay, I did say that was the last level I would show you, but, you know, I'm on a roll here. LBP 2 Plus Starter Kit, let's see what this is. Okay, let's see what there is to unpack here, alright? So, I don't even know if this is a completed level, I'll be honest with you, but basically, there were a lot of these starter kit type levels from like Little Big Planet Central, and LBP Plus or whatever it was called back in the day, and they would give you a bunch of like neat tools that you could use in-game, that weren't there by default. So some of these tools would be like actual logic pieces, and others would be just stylistic and material stuff, that you could use, and, you know, this was my take at that. I don't entirely know what any of this is meant to be. I'm gonna guess this is some sort of weird hazard thing. I guess? Is that... What is this? Oh! It's a missile launcher. Okay. Okay. I don't entirely know what this weird flashing heart thing is. This is weird. What the hell is that for? And then I guess, so this is a more advanced UFO type thing. I think I probably even have the DLC for it now. But, you know, this is a much better controlled... Okay, so yeah! I tried to recreate this in the other level there. And this is the tractor beam type thing. My PS5 is having a lot better time handling this than the PS3 ever could, oh my god. Not too happy. Wow! This just goes to show how powerful the PS5 is compared to the PS3, oh my god. This would have killed my PS3 back in the day. I don't know what happened there. That weird gear thing kind of just disappeared. What? Okay, get out of the UFO thingy. What is this? Is that just a big triangle? Is that all that is? What? Why is it just a big triangle and then there's nothing more? This is the end of the level. There's not even a scoreboard. Or is there? No, there isn't. Alright, let's see, because I kind of just walked through this and didn't pay attention to what there was. So this right here, can't really see it. Should have probably grabbed the UFO, but I guess this is some hazard here type thing, I guess. How did this get over here? Anyway, these are a bunch of neon letters you could use, I guess, if you're making some sort of message or menu system, you could use these. And then, you know... it's the entire English alphabet, except that Z looks a lot like a 2, and not a Z. And I'm Canadian, so yes, it is in fact a Z. Wait, is that Alex Mercer? Wait, no it's not. That's not Alex Mercer, that's a... dancing sack person. What if I slap it? Wait a minute, it's like trying to dodge me or something. I want to slap it! I think it doesn't have... unless I'm slapping it incorrectly. Nobody take that. Oh, there we go. I got him. I guess it's just a dancing sack person. Okay. I could have sworn another Richie was following me for a sec, but it was the level background. Alright. We're back in the UFO thingy. Wait, no? No, I'm not. Anyway... Wait, what? What does this button do? Absolutely nothing. Okay. Anyway, that's basically this level. I tried to make a weird starter kit type thing. I wonder if it's copyable. It is. Oh wait, I own the level, so of course it's copyable. Wait, no! I don't own the level, because it's my old PSN. Okay, never mind. But I'm gonna just save that. Maybe look at it in a future video. And with that said, I've been Michael. Bit of a long video, but I really wanted to take you guys down a little bit of my own memory lane and do some Little Big Planet reflections of my own. And with that said, I've been Michael. As always, thanks for watching. Hope you learned something, maybe about Little Big Planet level design and what not to do. Or maybe you learned... Maybe this is the first time you've ever seen Little Big Planet and you want to give it a try. Go ahead. And with that said, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.